So we're back here on the Duncan Duo show talking about the local real estate market. Want to move next to talking about people out there thinking about selling their home for sale by owner. If you're thinking about selling your home yourself, listen up and listen to our points here. I think you're going to find some validity in this, the statistics, the information, and all the stuff. It's common, when the market gets hot, people think they can cut out the agent and they can sell it themselves. It's just like going to court, in a lawsuit and representing yourself. Do you really have the skills, the expertise to market the home, to get exposure, to negotiate, all those types of things that agents go through years and years of experience if they're good. Like obviously we've been doing this a long time. We've sold thousands of homes and we have thousands of great customer reviews and testimonials online because of the job that we do for our customers. And the reason for that is because experience beats all that, and so our average agent outsells the average agent in the marketplace 7 to 1. That's how much activity that we have going through our doors, and so a home is the most expensive thing you're ever going to buy or sell, and going into it unarmed is how it's like taking a knife to a gunfight. Are there people that will successfully sell their home themselves? Yes. Are there people that are capable of it? Yes. It's very few people, very small percentage of people who don't end up using a real estate broker, and then secondarily, the ones that do sell themselves. I had one a couple weeks ago that sent me an email about something I said, and it's like, I sold my home myself, and I saved all this month. And I looked it up. So it was a $380,000 sale, and they were congratulating themselves because they saved approximately $25,000 in commission by selling the home themselves. That was what that was them patting themselves on the back in the email. The reality was it was a $450,000 house. They sold it $70,000 less than we would have got for it to save $25,000 in commission.
So they left $50,000 on the table.
But they saved money.
No. Hey,
and so the thing I always tell people is, and I think this is a really important thing when you're hiring a real estate agent, whoever you're hiring, just hiring one or even hiring one that may be more expensive than the other one. Number one, you get what you pay for. And number two, the thing that you have to think about is not all real estate agents' marketing plans are created equal. Right. We have radio shows and TV and Zillow. We do all these things. We spend millions of dollars on marketing to get our listings exposure. Right? We're spending that money to get eyes on listings. If we don't sell the listing, we don't earn an income. So there's a lot of experience that comes with that. There's a process, there's a strategy, there's statistics, there's things that we know that other real estate agents don't know, and that certainly a consumer just selling it by themselves doesn't know. So what matters more to you, what you put in your pocket or what I put in mine? Exactly. And if what matters to you more is what you put in your pocket, then hire us. Right. Or in general, hire a real estate agent. They're going to put more money in your pocket. Statistically, an agent's going to increase your profit. They've done all kinds of studies about for sale by owners and what the homes sell for, and far too often sellers think that by saving commission they saved, and what they really did was lose because they lost in the negotiation battle or in the pricing strategy of the home because they undervalued it. And I think that's a key when you're looking at a really hot market. Sure, anyone can look up on public records and see homes that sold a few months ago. Right. No problem, okay? But you can't see what's pending. Exactly. When prices are rising every single month, you can't make that prediction. You might leave money on the table because you're looking at past sales data instead of current. You don't know that someone may pay a premium for this or for that, or you don't know whether or not that agent's exposure plan could get more than one buyer interested at the same time and bid the price up. If you follow my Facebook channel or my Instagram, you see all the time us putting up homes where we sold them for more than the asking price. That doesn't happen in a FSBO situation. Number one, a lot of times the sellers aren't patient enough to let that happen. They accept an offer too quickly. Number two, they don't get enough eyes on it to create that second offer. They don't know the strategies that are used to create that second offer. That then puts people where the price might go up 10% more because two people are beating each other up and going up because they don't want to lose. There's so many strategies that go into play where, I believe that we over-earn our fee and we put more money in our customer's pocket because of all those extra things that we do. And negotiation's another one. I mean, when you've negotiated thousands of home sales, you know what to navigate. You know how to get around all these different steps. You know what to say, what to do, the timelines to use. You've got to practice. You've got a structure of what works and what doesn't work. And a person that's never done it before just isn't going to get into that. So you may think you saved yourself something, but in reality you probably didn't. You eliminated the exposure, and you lost profit. You might have saved commission, but you lost in price, you lost in terms, you lost in timelines. Agents can save you a bunch of time too. You
Right.
know, you're not going to be. I can't tell you how many home sales fall apart because people don't know what they're doing. They do not. They don't understand that. Oh, an estoppel from the HOA is needed. Oh, there's this inspection issue. How do we get around it? Oh, there's this. There's that. What? Oh, what's this contract say? Oh, now we got a lawsuit because we didn't know how to read the contract, or we never read it to begin with.
Right.
So there's so many challenges saving time. An agent can not just negotiate a better deal, but put into a better structure. They know the timelines. They know how to negotiate. They know how to use things that could help advantage you that other people couldn't. For example, agents that are making offers on our listings, they know we sell our listings. They know that it's going to sell fast. You know, a lot of times they're going to make a higher offer than they would than if it was listed on the market and they didn't have competition. They're afraid of losing out to another buyer on our listings because we have a reputation for getting bidding wars and creating multiple offer situations. So they're going to come in with their better foot forward, which is then, in essence, it's just going to drive the price up to begin with. But you're going to eliminate some of those things by going for sell by owner. Lowering risk. You know, I talked about the lawsuits, the legal liability, all those types of things. Agents know how. We don't want to go. We don't want to go to court. Like I don't want to.
Nobody
do that.
does.
So we know how to avoid all those pitfalls. We know what the contract says, what it doesn't say. We've had coaching from attorneys. We've had attorneys come in and teach us different, tactics. So time, energy, money, risk, all those things are on your side. When you're hiring an agent versus not hiring an agent. And I can't tell you how often sellers have kind of responded or said, "Oh, I sold my home myself." And again, are there instances out there where someone sold it and got more money? Yes, but the statistics don't support that as being the norm. Usually money's left on the table.
The numbers don't lie.
Yeah, numbers don't lie, and there's all kinds of studies and stats where FSBO sales versus MLS sales in a comparable neighborhood have been shown, and it's a considerable difference in value. And I think last but not least, the stress part of it. An agent isn't just going to save you time. They're going to guide you. They're going to know what to do. They're going to know when to do it. There's going to be someone on your side. It's one of the reasons why at our company, we have an agent and a transaction coordinator on every single transaction, so that when you're under contract, you're not just dealing with the agent. Because let's face it, salespeople, real estate agents, they're great at some things, and boy, they suck at other things.
Right.
The transaction person is meant to help, cross the T's, dot the I's, do all the details. And they're licensed as well at my company. The transaction coordinators are all licensed. They're going to be able to guide you through, be there Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. They don't go out with customers, so they're not gone for 4 hours showing homes where you can't get a hold of them. You have a concierge that's there every step of the way. And they've helped, thousands of people buy homes and sell homes, so they're there as a resource for you. But those are all the reasons.
Right.
And I think when you take it to another level, not just hiring an agent, but then hiring a team of agents or a team like ours, you're not just getting the agent with all the experience, but you're getting the extra support system, the staff, the leadership, all the things that come along with that helps someone get from A to B, get more money in their pocket, smoother time frame, less stress. Because let's face it, selling a home is stressful. And no matter who you call, I'm not going to say it's going to be stress-free. It'll be less stress.
It's a stressful situation.
It's a stressful situation no matter what. But doing it on your own, you're adding a lot more stress to your life. So,
well, one thing I wanted to kind of add, which is kind of the flip side of that as well, in my opinion, if you're a buyer looking to buy a for sale by owner, still a good idea to have your own agent representing you.
No doubt about it.
Because
you know how many times I see some just scandalous stuff.
It happens a lot.
Ooh, I see stuff in that contract that would have never made it if an
Right.
agent had,
Exactly.
or that isn't even enforceable, that isn't legal. That has, I can't tell you how often I see that happen.
Right, and it's the same deal. Just because the seller, if they're selling on their own and not paying real estate commission, it doesn't mean you're going to get a better deal in the house.
No, it doesn't, because it's factored in. I think same thing builders, a lot of times we see that happen. And I think builders, ultimately had a reputation back in the day as saying, "Oh, if you come to us, we can." It doesn't happen that way. They factor that into their price.
Absolutely.
And they want brokers involved because they know brokers are going to bring people to their properties, and they know the transaction is going to be smoother. So
Exactly.
the agent will be able to negotiate their commission, and they'll earn a fee one way or the other. But,
Right.
but don't go into it without an agent. You're asking for trouble. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times I've seen sales fall through and buyers come to us and sellers come to us from either buying a FSBO or listing themselves FSBO, and they lost themselves so much time, energy, and money because
Right.
they didn't do it sooner. And then I've seen the countless customers that sold their home for less money than they could have gotten.
Absolutely, it
Yeah.
goes both ways.
Over and over and over again. So